but like the reason I bring it up is I could in theory like respond.
Seems like Jeff is about to mulligan here. One card goes on the bottom for Jeff. And Sahaja is on the play. Misty Rainforest, pass.
I'm gonna go to 6.
Sigarda's 8.
Sigarda's aid hitting the stack.
Okay. Okay, so you're on the stack. So also let you just kind of get around that. Okay. Hit result. End of turn, I'm going to fetch the triple land.
Reanimate a 2-mana creature. Take 2 more.
It's so good.
What else are they going to use that
I
card?
saw him reanimate Greg's stuff earlier. That was Sure. I think I have to keep this. Over to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep.
I'm thinking what I want.
I don't have this exact hammer list in the Discord. We have a monthly competitive event in about 2 weeks, and I should be able to get a stack of lists. But there are a bunch of hammer lists floating around the internet. I don't think Jeff... Okay, my watch just went off. I don't think Jeff is really doing anything special here outside of what are becoming the stock legacy hammer lists, but we'll see. Mox Opal, another Ancient Den.
So this.
Here's Ingenious Smith.
It's bigger with every arc.
Let me just once per turn. One on the stack, right? Yeah, right. And I reveal the top 4 when it's played to get an artifact string. Or sorry, look at the top 4. Okay.
Not reveal, but you reveal.
I reveal the one I get. Yep.
Correct.
Okay, Ornithopter is chosen. For anybody not familiar, if you don't follow Modern, Sigarda's Aid or Pure Steel Paladin is able to connect Colossus Hammer, attach Colossus Hammer to creatures like Ornithopter and attack for a lot of damage. We saw a deck recently on stream that had Inkmoth Nexus get equipped with Colossus Hammer and attack. So, +10/+10. And lose flying, but a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I'm like, well, sort of. I was like, wasteland would be too much.
Go 18?
Yeah.
All right, fetching going down to 18 here is Sahaj, who's trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Storm is 5.
I'm going to cast a Venom Throat.
Sorry, which one? Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, there are ways to give flying after.
Flying Death Touch Hex. Okie dokie.
I believe this is Venom Thrope. I think that's the name of the card. Sahaj has been running this recently from 40k. All right, here's Urza Saga on Jeff's side.
I'm gonna Force of Will that pitching Surveil.
Esper Sentinel.
The first non-creature spell you cast each turn, you have to pay X, or I draw a card. X is the power.
That's why it's 1. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to put
Result.
So the Force is still on the stack. Sorry, the Force is still on the stack here.
Stony.
So I have the Surveil.
Resolve.
All right, Stony Silence. Stony Silence. Not Stony Silence. Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic.
Culture.
$1 target.
Cauldron complete goes to hand.
Sure.
So you're at 4. I'm at 9.
Play this. Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
so It's 18 old. No reason not to play this right now.
So let's see.
The all-powerful Daniel with a question. Thoughts on 40k and Universes Beyond cards being played in Legacy? I think it's been great. I think it's been great.
But
Yeah, it's game.
Yeah. It's an interesting card.
I'll bobble you.
Death Touch Hexproof.
They're pretty good.
Untap.
All right, willing to trade with Ingenious Smith here, attacking with it. Ingenious Smith currently a 3/3.
Sure, it's a quick 2 on Indestructible.
Trigger.
I will make sure that's right, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, quick creature has Indestructible. Oh, it is Indestructible as well, sorry. Yeah, I revealed it, so. Yep, you got it.
That's gonna let you attach hammer time for free.
I can play, when I play an equipment, I can attach it. Okay.
Yep.
I'll take 3.
Go to 15.
All right, no blocks. Going to 15 now is Sahaj. Udoc with a great question. What decks are you playing in paper now? I'm still playing 4-color control with Deadbeat Attendant and Comet. Expressive Iteration, as per Sentinel trigger, allows Jeff to draw a card. Okay. Mechanic Island goes into exile. It'll get played here.
Which triumph do you have? Okay. Blue, red, green.
Ketria.
Ketria Triome. Rug mana.
I don't think tap. Draw, trigger.
All right, Saga ticks up to 2. Yeah, the Teamer Triome is on the board.
Rainstorm, floated mana if you had it there.
Float a white.
Okay.
Wasteland on Tundra, floating a white.
Is that the guy that top 8'd the event?
Some like
I mean,
that.
it
One
is
of those.
what I don't know about the
Yeah, I saw.
I don't think it would have mattered.
Either
anyway,
Phil
because
or
I just paid a lot.
Oshner played
No,
this
you
list.
brainstorm when you have one man. Right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a Saga can potentially dig up Hammer next turn. Something Sahaj will potentially have to watch out for.
I will.
No, and I think I ended up putting like, I mean, I
Move to attack.
I ended up putting 2 right back on.
Attack for 3.
Maybe I shouldn't have that more effectively used.
All right, willing to trade this time with Ingenious Smith. Venom Throat does its thing. Flying Death Touch and Hexproof 2/2 for 3. Interesting card.
There were some wild builds on the TGO over the weekend.
That matters.
No Delvers, no.
Go.
All right, passing the turn is Jeff, who still has quite a board. Stoneforge Mystic did not put in Cauldron that turn. Instead, maybe holding up mana for Saga to make constructs. Maybe. Yep, making a construct here. There it is. I mean, if you're Jeff, are you just like on the Cauldron plan? Would you have put Cauldron into play there, chat? Or YouTube commenters? Or is it better to hold off? If Stoneforge gets removed, you can't really do it. But maybe Jeff's just not worried about that right now. Here's making another construct with Saga before it pops. It's got 3 counters on it now. Adam in the chat would have gone for Cauldron. Be a lot of damage on the board potentially here. So Colossus Hammer.
Ornithopter.
Attaches itself to Ornithopter.
12, not flying.
10, 12, not flying.
It's just kind of fun to be playing Force of Will. And
I believe it.
one of my games against Phil, I cast 4 Force of Will.
Zach with a great question. Got a modern money pile Atraxa deck. Is Atraxa played in Legacy as well? Yes, we've seen Atraxa a bunch on today's stream, actually.
Excellent. Like, this is the scenario in which it really does feel like it competes with Crucible. You know, in Black-Red, absolutely not.
Take a damage.
Draw 5 with no life loss, with selection out of 10, plus pitching to 4s feels just excellent.
So this is
6, right?
1 second.
So, yeah, but like
I'm just
on
using
average,
her ability to
4
put
or
it
5
in.
cards.
So, trigger.
Yeah, it comes in, it says...
Trigger on the staff. It just, correct me, this is not...
I'm not sure if Living Weapon enters with the German equipped. I'm not entirely sure.
That's all. I just wonder, if that... Does that fizzle if I do this in response?
So you're responding to this ability.
No. I see
This lands. I don't know if it enters with the germ. I have to read Living Weapon. That I don't know. I don't have Living.
I mean,
Not really sure what the question is here related to Dress Down.
with the Venom Throw. I knew this was coming. I just don't
Living
know.
Weapon is a triggered ability, so it will trigger. Yeah. So you're responding to the trigger.
And then the creature. Okay.
I do not believe there's a window where the creature exists and it's not.
Without.
I don't know if they're talking about Sigarda's aid or what. I don't know.
Right. So it's going to attach, but these will die if you do that.
No. All right.
Okay.
all right.
We like it to land. Okay. Okay. So now I will declare attack.
Okay, so it just happens as normal, I guess. Okay, so now there's some attacks coming in.
I messed up.
I'll let the mana float. Combat 1, 2, 3, 4. For you.
So what mana is floating?
I'm gonna get
I was looking 2 colors off the earth.
I mean the
Oh, I see. Got it.
trial.
I'll take
Trial.
Yeah, Kaldra gives the abilities, so I don't believe that Dress Down would affect that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, would it correct? Well, it's one of those things, the lose all abilities thing can be confusing. If it's equipped with something that gives it an ability... Yeah, I don't think that would affect it. All right, Prismatic Ending will pay the Esper Sentinel tax and remove Esper Sentinel.
Counted the other one, and then you
2.
Go ahead.
Cards in 5.
Dark Ritual?
All right, double Ornithopter hits the board here for Jeff.
Blue green.
Mana Tithe on Uro. Oh, God.
Done.
Target.
All right, here's another Plains for Jeff.
Wasn't expecting that.
One floating. Never are. The ritual. Yeah. Ritual.
Yeah, so I used 2 of them.
You've got 4 in hand.
I believe I'm doing this correctly.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was
Yeah, the ritual result I had 3. Down to 1 to pay for the talisman forced, 1 floating, 2, tap, attack.
This is the middle.
Yeah, 1, 2, I had 1 already, so I had the middle crap. Yep. So I have 4 artifacts now, 4. Pass turn.
I was debating whether or not I wanted.
All right, Lone return to Flooded Strand. He gets played. Coca Jambone, thanks for the resub. 9 months for Coca. That's a new badge. Thank you. And a bunch of bagels in the chat for everybody. Another Esper Sentinel for Jeff.
Just as long as it's in place. If you counter,
I gotta update life totals.
on the stack, brainstorm.
Yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I've never seen the art. Yeah, you're good. On the stack, you got it. Go for it.
Hoodwink says Dress Down does remove all abilities granted by Kaldra. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I personally always have to ask a judge about because I can never remember how does that work again. I don't know.
Results?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Do we have any level 7 judges watching that can just help us? Level 7 or higher.
GG's.
That's sweet. sweet. Yeah, it was. I know other options.
I thought it was gonna be fancy. Now we're not gonna get done.
Yeah, so many turns. I was like, if you
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, timestamps. Yeah.
Could have waited. Would you have gotten the spellbomb?
I think in this matchup,
Still a 5/5, no other abilities, says gentleman.
I was on the fence about boarding it.
Yeah, all right. Twitch chat is talking about timestamps now.
I did not get to do the leyline home thing. I boarded out of
All right, Aquinas in the chat says, Judge here, I can confirm timestamp controls whether dress down or Cauldron Complete applies. And Aquinas is a judge. In fact, I saw them wearing a judge shirt at a Magic event, which means something.
It's like, I'm not going to 5 dick or something better than that.
Yeah. What's his escape cost? It's double blue, double green.
They've been certified by the DCI.
But I have 4, not including him in the yard. I have exactly 5.
Got it. Okay.
It's like being the police. How many times will y'all ask about dress down? Yeah. There's a lot of confusion happening. All right, Comet hits the stack. Esper Sentinel trigger.
You want, because I would have been able to cut it off. Right, but I was like, oh, I really want to cut them off.
All right, tax is paid and mana time. Oh no!
I used to play the modern version of that shadow.
I played it for a while.
If you didn't do that right there, I believe I have the instant thought seize right then. So it's not like you're
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's just much easier.
Sahaja is not thrilled about it at all. Comet is in the graveyard. For a moment there, it looked like Comet was going to save the day for Sahaj, but no. All right, Cauldron Complete is now in hand for Jeff. After Stoneforge Mystic finds it.
I actually boarded it out.
And the likelihood of me having to is
just making
let's not go.
I'll
swing. That's what I did. That's what I did.
Yeah, I'm at 17.
17.
And then
Go ahead.
Cabal Therapy can in theory be flashback off of either Haywire Might or a Saga Construct. But it's fringe. In the situations where you have Saga Constructs, there are very few situations in which I want to give one of them up to cast Cabal Therapy.
Swords, you can draw a card, says Sahaj. Going up to 21 is Jeff. Interesting. Tapping 4, Seeds of Innocence.
You go to the casting.
Oh, tapping 3, sorry.
That is
22.
22 or 21?
Well, I just gained 1 from the swords.
Oh, right.
yeah. I think all things.
Plays a Wasteland and passes.
You know,
Nice that I'm drawing a bunch of planes.
All right, another Stoneforge Mystic will resolve here. Sahaj kept that Tundra open. Could have paid for Esper Sentinel, but kept it open.
Any blue put big gun.
Sword of something.
Pretty old, actually. Castable, but it's 7 mana, so you could theoretically do it, right?
Sorry about that little glitch there.
There is always the
When they say his or hers.
either the lake of the
Oh, no, my hand.
into
Okay.
it, or just like there'd be a situation in which you'd late in the game you have 4 lands out.
Yeah, I think it's War and Peace.
Can in theory hardcast it, and that's simpler from their mana base.
Sega?
You're in everything but red for Atraxa, right? So a little bit more complicated from like a color perspective.
The petals and stuff.
Yeah, not impossible, but more complicated. Like you need white and green on top.
And you'll cast a full
Right.
cast all kind of turns, right? Especially on the deck without
I don't think it's. I certainly don't think it's like something that like will never happen in this deck. I think any double pip, like if it was like double white in there somewhere, that'd be a little bit harder. But it's just
You got it.
like really what you need.
All right, Uro is escaping from the graveyard here. So swords, comet, brainstorm, prismatic ending, and Seas of Innocence will go into the exile zone. So Uro hits the sack.
To any of the nonsense. You gain 3, you go to 20. Land, yeah.
I might have just gotten extraordinarily. Yeah,
Go.
I it out, sold that.
Done.
Oh, nice road. Yeah. I looked it up. And then like on the bottom
Yeah, Saha's just playing around Mana Tithe now. Wasteland, hitting Tundra.
This has got to be a complete grind, right?
I mean, yeah, I 22 because I went complete. This round left with hammer, and it's like with 2 of them.
Cauldra comes in, it's a 5/5, it has a whole bunch of abilities, including indestructible. And if it gets blocked by this Uro, it will exile Uro. Attacking with the germ.
So 5.
5. Yep.
I'll take it.
That
About
fancy
15.
move to save my
And he has
DRC.
lightning as well.
It's like cool.
Nope. No.
Has haste though. Okay.
It does have
Yeah, it does have haste. No life.
Go ahead. So 16.
Trigger.
Yeah, 18.
Let's
Land off the trigger.
You got it. I thought it was going to be that expensive.
What's that?
I thought like car services were going to be real expensive.
Oh yeah. Is it coming down? Coming down?
I mean,
yeah?
I was out there and it was like snowing. It was like, whoa. it's
Yeah.
Alright, expressive iteration happening here for Sahaj. Trying to beat Cauldra at this point. As it stands right now, if no other cards are added to the board, I think Sahaj wins this race.
Yeah, exactly. In theory.
Alright, Comet goes into exile. So we might see a Comet resolve here. Comet is getting cast.
I mean, not trigger.
Yeah,
activate.
yeah.
And Comet is getting activated.
Brave elements for a little else.
-1.
Hit the pad.
Then return a card with mana value
2
or less.
or less. Yep, so you're down to 4. And
Jeez.
I think you only get expressive, right?
Well, I could return a land theoretically.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Which actually,
Just 1/2.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and expressive seems like the choice there, and Sahaj chooses it. So Comet returns a expressive iteration to hand. So we'll see if Cauldra attacks Comet.
I will play rest.
4 in hand?
yeah.
Sorry, that's it.
No worries.
Yeah, alright, you leave that there. Over to you.
2.
Will cracking the ratchet bomb give you
Delirium, yes.
Sword.
Instant sorcery land.
3 to equip, right?
Okay.
2 to equip.
2 to equip.
Light tap,
Yeah.
I draw.
1.
In the temp for DRC.
It's currently 7.
Pretty good.
Yes.
I think it's to hit the player, right?
Yeah.
For the trigger.
What are his other? Yeah, he's got. Makes squirrels. Deals damage. Activated a bunch of times, so you can just
Full
look at
casting
it.
cost.
Yeah, we'll just kill Comet.
And so
Unless,
there's
is this
no.
one for, yeah, I can't, it doesn't deal damage. So yeah, I'll just attack into Comet.
Okay, so
Sure. 4.
All right. So, equipping the Sword of War and Peace was not that exciting, but it is equipped now. And Comet is gone. Attacking now with Uro is Sahaja. Hits pretty hard. Jeff down to 10. Sahaja up to 21.
Right.
Adam says, for me, Comet only has 2 play patterns. Either he climbs up to ludicrous amounts of loyalty or it kills itself to its -2. Yeah. It's a very chaotic card. It really is hard to predict what your Comet is going to do at all. I try to, situation to situation, try to get Comet on the board and just have its first activation, ideally, have every possible die roll be worth it. Otherwise, if I have other cards to play in my hand, maybe I'll do that instead. Yeah, Propaganda MTG, absolutely correct. We were the first Comet adopters. We did it. It was us. Nobody else knew anything.
Sure.
Metu. Oh, did you hard cast it?
Yes.
Ah.
I will take one of the prismatic endings.
Okay.
Over to you, sir.
The sword.
All right, so Prismatic ending on the Sword of War and Peace. Interesting. Maybe not worried about Cauldron now. It'll be interesting if Cauldron just doesn't attack. All right, Venom Throat comes down for Sahaja and instead plays defense for Uro.
Pure Steel Paladin.
Yeah, getting rid of the Pro White is pretty good. Force pitching Force on Pure Steel Paladin. Coca says 90s MTG is very much ahead of the curve on decks. I feel like Initiative had been appearing for weeks before it really took off. Yeah, that's actually true, and some of that is just because of MTGO not being the complete format. It's not up to date. And some of that is, thankfully in our community, we have people who do like to experiment and brew, and we're excited for the new cards. From 40K, from Infinity, etc., Baldur's Gate, and down to try it all.
You walk that line trying to go, do I really want to get swords and lose 2? So you just can't play 2 at once.
Yeah, I needed. What did I need? I needed those.
We haven't seen any Rot Priest Poison decks that I'm aware of yet at the shop. All right, here's another Comet hitting the board, and a roll is happening. A 6. All right, so Sahaja is going to get 2 more rolls this turn. Comet goes up to 6.
Colors for my other 3 lands. So I could have Mordecai and Prismatic, and then I would
It's just +1s from that, right? So we would have went up to
Oh,
6.
+1,
Yeah.
sorry.
So
6 and then a 5. Okay, so 5 says...
Deal damage equal to loyalty counters and -2.
interesting.
Yeah,
So
so...
we do 6 to you.
Yeah, basically, if I could just keep this stuff out sometimes.
And then -2. Okay, so 6 to me, I go to 4.
And then just
Goes down to 4.
Yeah, and then that
Yeah, the
was...
Plague Engineer.
Next roll.
This is the last roll. Yeah, unless you roll a
I guess
6.
against
Yeah.
Jeskai they're better. I don't know how good they are against.
Return a card -2 less, and then
That's it.
because eventually, I mean,
And then -1.
-1.
you know, so.
All right, so Comet will dig something up from the graveyard once again. This time it will be Prismatic Ending. Prismatic Ending now on the Germ. It's going pretty well for Sahaj. Comet's loyalty is now, I believe, okay, well, Jeff's scooping it up. Yeah, it went down to 3, exactly.
I'm just flashing out rhinos to block the rag.
Alright,
Yep,
ready?
And then he just flashed in the rhinos, and the rag got blocked.
We'll start
Yeah, that was
And then I had main deck endurances for
Box up.
we played. I was in Jeskai Saga and you were on Goblin.
All right, a pretty good start here to game 2 for Jeff. Getting 4 permanents on the board already, including the Sigarda's Aid that allows for Colossus Hammer to do its thing. Let's see what is to follow up. Urza Saga, that's pretty good.
Kind of weird because like my stat factors and then played the thing and then that one. Yeah, I don't even remember. Anyway, it was good. Like pre-pandemic.
Ingenious Smith resolves. Can't really see it. Looked like that was a whiff. Yeah, I guess it was a whiff. Nothing found there for Jeff on that Ingenious Smith.
I don't enjoy the play pattern. It's just
Swing one.
you know.
All right, Ingenious Smith will give itself a counter after Ornithopter enters and swinging for 1. And it looks like Jeff is now hellbent. Volcanic Island for Sahaj to start game 3. Fetch. Well, after the fetch. And swordsing the Espressento.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember buying this.
And I go to 21.
Down the road. Long down the road, but someday.
Oku's not gonna be legal anywhere for
Draw.
Yeah,
Trigger.
I think there's definitely some like cards where like yeah, manage right now.
Sure.
Would Dominate even play Mana Drain? No, right? Who would play Mana Drain? Control.
Saga has ticked up to 2. Creating a construct now. Here is Jeff. There it is.
Zero or more than
Old
zero?
border, you know, forgot what mud cards look like.
Swing 3. Put you to 15. Yeah, I'll catch it.
15 or 16?
You fetched.
Sorry.
Right. No, I guess from your perspective, is that a card you would find interesting to play with in your deck?
I mean, I play Counterspell like all the time.
Go play
So
Sword.
that shit would be free.
There was
Do I think it would be good? No.
There was a moment I watched where the two of you were playing, and you said out loud on camera, "I've been thwarted," and I shit my pants laughing at work.
Somebody clipped it and then I posted
Play
it on
trial?
Facebook or something.
That clip, it's a fun clip, but every time I watch it, I go, man, if you, in response to my fetch, if you just daze again, you just blow that whole thing up.
I know. I pitched a daze to my force. I'm like, there's no way he has another counter spell. I don't need.
All right, a ponder here for Sahaj. Facing down a lot of creatures already, so Urza Saga will be able to tick up to 3, create a construct potentially, and find Colossus Hammer, which will immediately attach itself to something. So let's see how this turn goes. Sahaj has 1 mana open, a Savannah. There's a construct. Constructs are now 5s. Ingenious Smith gets a counter. Poisson counter, that is. And Jeff fetching now.
+1 of whatever I'm getting.
Has to be Hammer, right? Can't imagine something better than Hammer right now. Unless...
I got a Retrofitter Foundry?
Retrofitter Foundry. Okay. Didn't expect that. Why Retrofitter Foundry here? I mean, if you get hammer and you get your creature swords, does that really matter? All right, Sword on Ingenious Smith, not even hitting the construct. So construct is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Go to 9.
Maybe a dress down is getting lined up.
Yeah, what show would utilize Gush better than
Meltdown, maybe, yeah. Maybe playing around Meltdown?
It'd be pretty good in Shadow. You could re-shock.
Meltdown would be huge here.
That's okay.
Yeah, it can turn Thopter into a 4/4, that's true.
Be really good in Gush.
The Retrofitter Foundry, that is.
Like, honestly, if you legalize Gush, would you guys
Never have islands in play.
If you're playing that many gushes, though,
I'll respond. I'll sacrifice the Thopter and make a construct.
Play anything above 2.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you almost had a
Yeah, no.
Okay, so Prismatic Ending is targeting Sigarda's aid, and in response, Retrofitter Foundry is sacrificed for some reason? Not understanding.
No. Oh, got it. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I thought you said this.
Okay, some confusion between the players there. We thought that Retrofitter Foundry was the target, but it was not. It was Sigarda's aid. Okay. So Sigarda's aid is removed from the table. The creation of a construct is undone here because there was some miscommunication. But that is the play that Coca in the chat brought up a moment ago. The Ornithopter can be converted into a 4/4. Okay, now that's being done. Ornithopter is converted into a 4/4 construct. Different kind of a construct than Urza's Saga creates. This one is just set at 4/4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 power on the board for Jeff, it looks like. Dress down wouldn't do anything against the 4/4. Right, here's dress down.
Okay, what is a combat?
Anything that wins on the spot.
Yeah.
Is a result.
Okay, so the 4/4 will survive and deal 4 damage to Sahaja, bringing the Sahaja down to 5.
It stays until the end of turn.
I remember distinctly when I was playing Sky Saga back when Ragavan was legal. On the
Retrofitter Foundry taking a look at it one more time. It can't do anything on the current board except make a servo.
play standstill,
It is Jeff's turn. Looks like Jeff has Stoneforge in hand.
like it wasn't a
And maybe a Mox Opal or Ingenious Smith? I couldn't tell what that other card was.
Game is over.
yeah, but being able to snowball to the point where the game is over on turn 2, like what difference? You know what I mean?
All right, Jeff just passing the turn and going to
30 seconds.
wait for Dress Down to go away before playing either of those 2 cards, which makes sense.
Standstill it meets that definition.
And going to try to make a servo here on end step, most likely.
That's the point of the deck.
Yeah.
Sneak and show. The point of the deck is to
Meltdown X is 1.
If this card gets surgical out of your deck,
I've got all the things.
like, I was playing Bug Alert for a long time, and there's half the games I wouldn't win Bug Alert anyway. I'd just be stomping through, so
Yeah, I guess so.
That's also a cool idea. That, like, I would
Yeah, that was pretty big for Sahaj. Mystic Sanctuary putting Meltdown back on top. Also pretty big. Yeah, the lands are dead. Udok, thanks for the resub with Prime. 2 months. Appreciate that. That's a new badge. All right, Endurance getting flashed in on end step. I believe we just hit turns. Is that what's being pointed out in the center of the screen? Yes. So this is turn 2 of extra turns.
Unless you can deal 25 damage.
Unfortunately, Sahaj might be out of time. Here's Comet. If anything could win this game, it's Comet.
more often than not, decks are underprepared with tools.
There is a chance, and Sahaj starts off by rolling a 6. Rolls a 1. So here comes some squirrels. Comet's loyalty is up to 8 now. Yeah, swinging for the fences with Comet. Yeah, this is on turn 2 of extra turns. Comet is what you want. 1 roll left for this turn. 3. All right, that allows Sahaja to retrieve something out of the graveyard.
And -1, I think.
It's going for Ponder. So attacking for 5. Down to 20 is Jeff. And there's the Ponder.
This is turn 2.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, this is turn 2 of extra turns. I missed when they called time in this game, but it is turn 2 of extra turns now.
You have 1 more turn.
That's still viable.
There may not be a better card to have on the table for yourself in extra turns than Comet, actually, now that I think about it. If you're going to choose one card that you want to have on the table for extra turns in a standoff kind of a game where one attack one way or the other is not going to end the game on your side for a victory. Comet feels pretty good. Just put 2 power on the board that game and retrieve the Ponder. Next turn, I mean, a roll of a 6 next turn and just a bunch of, yeah, it could get crazy. It could get crazy. Let's see. All right, passing the turn now. Turn 3. This is Jeff's turn, who's just going to try to make a land drop. Jeff has a Swords, which messes with the math a little bit on Sahaja's side. This is Sahaja's last turn of the game. Gonna roll for Comet. 3. That's not the best.
Bant walls deck.
I don't enjoy playing with Underworld Breach.
All right, finds Ponder. This might end in a draw.
You could argue Belcher is more combo.
All right, playing Myra the Magnificent. That doesn't do a lot here. Ponder, trigger, make an attraction. It is the Fortune Teller, which is Scry.
And I just got so sick of it.
Creativity?
Yeah, it's a good deck, but
It's scape shift.
All right, Ponder, shuffle. And can't imagine what Sahaja could draw here to win the game. I can't think of anything. 1 mana open, 20 life for the opponent.
pivot a little bit post-board. My favorite is pivoting into Emrakul.
The attraction is completely irrelevant.
Do you want to concede?
No, I do not.
The order you're playing,
Really?
like,
We just tied.
Or Prismatic.
Yeah, and Fable, the discard.
Right, but it's more prize.
I've seen
If I
Transmog.
if I 301,
I've seen